What's up, y'all? This is Brave, and I'm back for another review of Zatima. This is Season 2, Episode 17, and the episode is titled Energy Shift. So, let's get right into this review because I was annoyed with a few characters. So, we start this episode off with Paul. He gets a phone call from Fatima, and she basically tells him that she wants to go for a run. And she doesn't want to go alone because it's really late at night. And he agrees to go with her. And next thing you know, Angela comes into her room and Fatima tells her that, she's going to go on a run with Paul. So Angela is like, well, girl, why you didn't invite me? Why you didn't ask me if I want to go on a run? Angela, you are not trying to run, okay? The only physical activities that Angela wants to do, it requires a man, okay? Nonetheless, Angela, y'all, she is looking good, okay? Because she's trying to get some action tonight. So she ends up, changing her outfit that she has on when she initially saw Fatima, because she felt like it was too many layers, I guess. Because baby girl, she came down them stairs with, this 2-piece lingerie set. Angela is officially my girl crush. I hate her character. But Nzinga, my God, so fine. Nonetheless, Sam is going to come over, okay? And she's excited about it. And we actually do see Sam get there before Fatima walked out the door. And this man is all over her. So, let's just jump on over to Zachary, y'all. Zach is at the house. I'm sorry, not at the house, at the hospital. And Zach finds out that his mom, she has overdosed on fentanyl. So there is a chance that she just might die. Now, Connie is there, of course, and she's there to console him. And Jeremiah, he walks up. Baby, he is already towed up high as a kite. Like, the man is just a mess, okay? So he's like, why you keep looking at me? And next thing you know, Zach is questioning him about what did Jeremiah do. And baby, the brothers are going back and forth. Because now we got to play the blame game of who did what. According to Jeremiah, you shouldn't have gave mama that $500. Now, according to Zach, he says, well, you shouldn't be smoking with mama. I said, this is a mess. This is just ghetto. And this is the type of ghetto that I don't like, okay? Sometimes I like things that are ghetto. This is too much for me. So, here comes Jeremiah. He brings up the fact that Zach is so focused on his woman that he's not focused on, trying to help his family. And baby, next thing you know, Zach is over there punching his brother, fighting. They are over here screaming, I hate you. Like, it is a mess. Like, first of all, I said, baby, this is TV because the hospital security would have rounded them all up and put them out that hospital, okay? Y'all about to bring that mess over here. Now, Connie, she has to break these two grown men up or whatever. And, she's telling Jeremiah he should be ashamed of himself. Now, I'm still trying to figure out, is Connie on drugs? Because y'all remember when Connie was acting kind of weird and then I think it was Nate and Tony were talking and they were trying to figure out if she was on drugs. But I was questioning if she was on drugs even before then. Y'all think Connie on drugs? Because I feel like it's a possibility. But nonetheless, here's my thing when it comes to that situation with the brothers. I think, okay, y'all may judge me for this, but I think that both brothers are playing a role in this because Jeremiah, you have a drug problem as well as your mother. Why are you even getting high with your mother? That is a hot mess in its own right, okay? However, Zachary, I do kind of understand where Jeremiah is coming from. Sir, instead of you giving your mama $500 so that way she can come to a therapy session, why didn't you try to get her into a rehab center? Because you have money now, Zach. Like, you can pay for your mom to go to rehab. How about you try to do that? You know what I'm saying? But you know what? We just gonna rock out with the storyline. Now we gonna hop on over to Fatima and Paul on this swing set at the park. And they talk about him seeing Zach earlier in that day, and he questions, what can Zach do so that way she can take him back pretty much. So I'm so confused. Paul, do you want Fatima or not? Like, the way he talks is like he's planning on setting Zach and Fatima up for something. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, are you about to play matchmaker? What are you doing here? What is your purpose here? Because if you're questioning, well, what can Zach, do so that way he can show you his heart? Are you about to run and tell Zach what to do? I'm confused here. So, she tells Paul that Zach has had a lot of childhood trauma. Now, here's the thing. Fatima, that is not Paul's business. Why are you even telling this man anything about Zachary? So he ends up telling her that he wants her. And, all she wants is a friend out of this whole situation. I'm drained with this conversation at this point. I can't even lie to y'all, because for me, it's starting to get creepy. Like, it's weird and creepy the way he's willing to play the friend role, just waiting on the chance to be able to, get with her. Like, it's very creepy for me. And then he goes on to talk about how, he's just basically waiting on his chance to be with her. And in his mind, he's had sex with her about 12 times. Sir, please stop. Just stop. Like, then he goes on to be like, well, I tried to date somebody else, but I only thought of you. I even called her your name. And like Fatima said, you're exhausting. Like, after all of that, I don't want to see Paul no more, y'all. I don't. Like, I'm so confused by his character. Like, there's so many elements of other men on the show, well, on Sisters and on this show, mixed into his character. I'm so annoyed. I just don't see his purpose. Because one minute you playing like you want to be her friend, next thing you know, you telling her how you try to talk to other women, but they not her. And, sir, relax. Please. Give it off creeper vibes. Nonetheless, let's move on. We see Nathan, and he's randomly at Belinda's house. And next thing you know, Belinda actually comes through the front door. And I'm just like, wait a second, why does he have a key to your place? That makes no sense whatsoever. So she basically feels away that he said something about her creating that fake profile. And she feels like they both don't want to see Zach and Fatima as a happy couple. So why would he switch up on her? Now, here's the thing. She says that she doesn't like Zach, because he's not good for Fatima or whatever. However she feels he's not a good dude. But Nate is like now so gung-ho for supporting this relationship. And I'm just like, so when did this happen? Like, I'm trying to understand. So he tells her that, you need to go ahead and stop this because they're going to be together. And at this point, Belinda, she should just let this go. Like, I'm not understanding her vendetta against her own friend Fatima. Like, Fatima hasn't done anything to Belinda for her to act the way that she's doing. So I'm just confused as to why we're here like this. Like, I'm not understanding why Belinda has it out for her. It's not making no sense. So, next thing you know, these two, they end up hooking up. I'm just like, okay, whatever. Now, we do see Angela, or should I say, we hear Angela hooking up with Sam, and baby girl is extremely loud. Fatima, she can even hear her through her headphones. I said, girl, Angela, I need you to bring it down a few notches, please. So, we jump back over to the hospital. Now, one thing annoyed me was the fact that Zachy kept trying to call his brother out for being high. And Jeremiah, he feels like Zach, he just wants to flash his new lifestyle, on his mom and him. And here's my thing. These brothers, they're going to continue to go back and forth and back. And next thing you know, Jeremiah, he wants to go find a bathroom. And of course, here we go with Zach. That's just because you want to be high. You just got to be high. You can't last 5 minutes without being high. I'm just like, all right. You dragging this. Tyler, did you not write anything in the script for him to talk about? Because why does he keep mentioning this? Like, I feel like Also, Zach, why are you trying to argue with a crack addict? Like, you're trying to argue with a crackhead. That don't make no sense at all. So, next thing you know, we see Fatima. She's at Angela's place. She comes downstairs, and Sam is in the fridge naked. Baby boy goes back upstairs, and next thing you know, Angela comes down. And I'm just like, what's going on here? Like, why are we just having this chit-chat moment in the kitchen? Angela, go back for round 45. What is going on? So, next thing you know, Fatima, she kind of gives Angela this attitude because her escapades are keeping her up at night, okay? But my thing is this, girl, shouldn't your apartment be ready already? Like, your apartment should already be ready. Why are you still at Angela's house? Go stay with your parents or something. Like, you already knew Angela was a grown woman who likes to have a good time with these men. You knew who your friend was before you moved in. Okay? Did nobody think you was going to stay this long? So now, Fatima, she says that she's going to go to Zach's house. Like, she's going to go stay over there. Girl, why? Like, are you going to get back with him? Like, why would you just go over there? It doesn't make sense. So, next thing you know, we see Tony. He gets a call from Connie. And she basically tells him that he needs to come to the hospital because the two brothers are consistently fighting. She's not trying to keep having to be in the middle of breaking them up. And then, for some reason, she also tells him to call Nathan. I'm like, girl, why? Why should Tony even tell Nathan about this, number one? And number two, if you already got Tony on the phone, can't you just text this to Nathan? No? Okay. So, we see Nate. He is banging out Belinda. And now, for some reason, we have Nate and Belinda heading to the hospital. I said, Belinda, why are you going? You don't like this man. Like, you don't like anybody in this situation. Why are you trying to go? Chill out, girl. So, we get back to the hospital. Zach is upset that he can't find his brother now. And I'm just like, well, why are you so worried about him? Okay? Do you think he about to OD as well? Is that why you're concerned about Jeremiah? But nonetheless, Connie is telling him how, Jeremiah has always been jealous of him, and Zach has a whole pity party about how all of this is going to be his fault. And Connie gives us actually a little background into her story. Baby girl has kids. I said, well, since when? So she's like, I have to get home to my kids, and, because I got to go to handle taking them to school in the morning, all of this. And Zach ends up handing his keys over to her and told her to take the car and for her to stop by his house and lock it up because he know that he didn't. Y'all, when he got home, I could have swore Connie was already waiting for him by the door and he never even touched the house. So I'm just a little confused. I'm like, wasn't your house already locked up? Because I could have swore you got out the car, you saw Connie, and Connie said, it's your mom, and then y'all got back in the car. But we're going to rock out with the storyline, okay? So, my whole thing is this. Also, you handed her your keys. You really must trust Connie. Because I'm just like, why do you keep taking this fancy $100,000 car to the hood? It ain't making no sense to me. But I'm going to let you keep taking this to the projects. So, let's go ahead and move on. We see Fatima. She's talking to herself in her car, trying to convince herself, have some self-control. Don't, go into Zach's house. You can do better than this. However, she happens to see Deja pull up in her driveway. And of course, Deja is walking around regular, but because she's trying to sue Fatima whips out her phone so that way she can record Deja like, yeah, because you faking all these injuries. So she ends up confronting Deja, telling her to drop the lawsuit. And Deja is like, girl, you talking about a lawsuit, but really need to be checking your man because he just left here with some girl named Connie. Baby, why did old girl have pictures? Like, why did Deja have pictures in her phone of Connie and Zach? I'm like, ma'am, what is going on with you? Like, why are you doing this? Like, it really makes me wonder, like, Do you have random photos of Zach and Fatima in your phone? Just curious, girl. And baby, next thing you know, Connie comes out of the house. Y'all, that was the episode. Let me know what y'all thought about this episode of Zatima. Go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. And I will talk to y'all in my next review. Bye, guys.